Welcome to this first lesson of the online course. My name is Dada Ranjitananda. I'm a monk and I've been teaching meditation since 1984. And I've been teaching throughout the world in various countries, Asia and Africa and Europe, Americas, and now I'm using the internet to teach to anywhere, wherever the internet reaches. In the US, I'm also a registered yoga teacher with Yoga Alliance. Yoga is also a complete system, so meditation is included in the yoga. We'll see it as we go ahead. A little bit about the system that I'm using. You will see the presentation with the slides, and also you have the webcam. And you can change the size if you want to make the webcam bigger or smaller, and consequently the slides also will change size. So it's your choice. And to interact with me, use the questions window. So you can type your questions and I will make an effort to answer them during the presentation or at least at the end of the presentation. And after the webinar, the video will be distributed and probably we'll send an email with the link. And the email that we use is webinars@pathofbliss.com. So you can add this email to your address list in Gmail, Yahoo, and Hotmail, any other system that you use, just to avoid that our mails go into the spam. All right, that's a little bit the introduction. Now about this course. The course is a beginner's course, but it may also benefit people who are meditating for a long time. We may touch some subjects that may be new or helpful to any meditator. You don't need any previous knowledge to attend this course, and you can have benefit from it. One thing is that the course is not only theoretical. It means that between classes during the week, I will request you to practice what you learn during the class. And the next time you will learn something extra. So it's important that you take the time to practice during the week in between the classes so that you get the maximum benefit from the course. Before continuing, I will ask you a question. That's another feature of this software, and this is the question. To answer this question, you just click on it, and then I will give you some time to answer, and then we can check the answers. All right, so usually I wait until 70 to 80% of the people attending answer the question, so I give a little bit time. Now we are on 50%. Okay, over 70%, so I think that's enough for now. Let's see the results here. So the question is, do you already practice meditation? And 19% of you say that yes, once or twice a week. 5% say that yes, more than twice a week. 33% of you say yes, every day. 38% I would like to learn and practice, and 5% I don't practice. Yeah, okay, that's great. We can move ahead to the actual course. In the lesson 1, I'm going to cover what is mantra. Our meditation, the base of our meditation is mantra. So that will be the first thing. Then we'll do a brief meditation practice. I'm also going to talk about a subject called Yama and niyama. This is a very important part of yogic meditation. And I'm going to cover one of the practices of Yama, which is called ahimsa, or non-harming. And there is time for questions and answers. Regarding mantra, or regarding meditation first. Regarding meditation, there are various types of meditation. It has become very popular nowadays, and is particularly popular because science is finding ways to verify the results of meditation. Of course, for thousands of years, people have been meditating, they have been getting the benefit, but today, science can kind of verify that yes, people are getting benefit. So that makes it more popular. So these various types of meditation, transcendental meditation, Kundalini meditation, Qigong, Zen meditation, mindfulness, but the course that we are doing today, I'm going to talk about a special type of meditation, which is the yogic meditation, and the system is the Ananda Marga, or the Path of Bliss system. So that's what I'm going to present to you. So the yogic meditation, it's a mental practice. It means we'll not use much our body. Our body will be motionless as far as possible, and we will do it only mentally. The mind thinks, so that's the regular functioning of the mind. It thinks, it remembers, but here we'll be dealing with concentrated thinking, which is meditation. So the whole process is how to get this concentrated thinking. So the process of thinking. In the process of thinking, we usually use words. And these words have a sound, and also have a meaning, and create an image in our mind. For example, if I use the word Ferrari, immediately a certain image is created in my mind, and that word has a sound in itself, and it means something. So that the combination of all these aspects makes or gives some certain power or certain capacity to this word, to this sound. Another example of thinking. I think in my mind, I like the clouds at sunset. So there are some words, there is an image. Those words have a certain vibration, they have a certain meaning, and it also creates a certain feeling in me. So those are the effects of thinking. And meditation is not just regular thinking. It's not just thinking about anything. It is a way of concentrated thinking. I have to focus the mind. And what should I focus the mind on? I focus the mind on a thought but not just any thought, a particular thought, a special thought. And that special thought is what we call mantra. So mantra, it is a thought that I will think during meditation. The mantra should have the capacity to help the mind to focus or to concentrate. And the basic idea is that the mind tends to think about many things, jumping from one to the other, and has difficulty to remain focused in one thought. So, using the mantra, the exercise will be to think about the mantra. If the mind starts thinking about something else, I make an effort to think about the mantra. And other thoughts eventually go as I keep the concentration of the mantra. But sometimes I'm trying to think of the mantra, but other thoughts come. No problem. When I notice that, then again I remember the mantra. And I make the effort to continue repeating the mantra, and other thoughts will slowly fade away. So what the first characteristic of a mantra is that it helps the mind to concentrate. So I use the word here, concentrative. So mantra is concentrative. It helps the mind to concentrate, helps the mind to focus. The mantra also has a certain sound vibration. And that sound vibration of the mantra is very suitable to the mind. And it calms the mind. It changes, like suppose you have many thoughts and the vibration is like this. When you start with the mantra, it starts to calm it down and to bring it into a more relaxed, calm, and concentrated state. So that's the second characteristic of a mantra. And the third is that the mantra is ideative. It means creates an idea, an ideation. It has a meaning. It should have a meaning. If the mantra doesn't have a meaning, it will not have the same effect on the mind. It's like, suppose you insult somebody, but you insult that person in a foreign language. The person doesn't understand. So it will have no effect in the mind of that individual. But if you insult the person in his or her own language, then it will have a very strong effect in the person. The person may explode and become aggressive. And so the meaning is very important. So these three characteristics of the mantra: concentrative, keeps the mind focused; incantative, the vibration is suitable, melodious; ideative, it has a meaning. And what is the practice? The practice would be that many thoughts are coming in your mind, you're thinking about this, thinking about that, then jump to something else, then thinking about something else. But now, when you are meditating, you want to practice to think of the mantra only, nothing else. So you are thinking of the mantra, but you will notice that still mind goes in different directions, but you keep concentrating on the mantra. Now, which mantra? We've been talking a lot about mantra, but which one? There are two general types of mantra. One, we can say it's a universal mantra. Universal in the sense of anybody can use it. It can be used for silent meditation. It can also be used for singing and chanting. And the other type of mantra is what we call personal mantra. This personal mantra one uses internally. It's only for you, very personal, not for speaking out. And it is repeated or it is chanted mentally only in the mind. And that's the personal mantra. Universal mantra, it can be taught in any way. One can learn it in any way. But personal mantras are usually given on an individual appointment. So because it's for that individual. So these are the two general types of mantras. And so the mantra is a word or sentence. Actually, it's a thought in the form of a word or in the form of a sentence, with the sound, with the meaning, with the image, and a feeling that it creates. The word mantra comes from Sanskrit, and all mantras that we use also come from Sanskrit. They can be Sanskrit words or Sanskrit sentences. So why we use Sanskrit, why we don't use English or other language? It's because Sanskrit has some special characteristic. The letters of Sanskrit resonate with sounds in the body, basically sounds in the chakras of yoga. Those chakras or those centers, they have some sounds associated with it, and those are the sounds of the Sanskrit language. I'm not going to go into more details about it, and it is not very necessary for this course. It is more necessary at this point just to understand why we use the mantras in Sanskrit and why not in another language. The difficulty, the initial difficulty will be to understand the meaning of it, but we give the Sanskrit and the translation. So slowly, the one starts absorbing that and connecting the Sanskrit and the meaning, and that creates the ideation during the practice of meditation. And one very important point of yoga is that as you think, so you become. So in meditation, you are thinking, so you are becoming what you are thinking. And if you are doing it with concentration, then you are becoming more or faster what you are thinking. To understand the ideation of the mantras, I have to explain you a little bit about the word yoga. Our meditation is a yoga meditation or a yogic meditation. So what is yoga? That word also comes from Sanskrit, and it means unification. It means you are unifying. And to unify, you need at least two things. You have one thing and another thing, and you can unify them. So in the case of yoga, what are these two things that are being unified? I'm sure that searching the internet, you will find many explanations. but I will give one explanation now, and that is related to our system. So what to unify? First, who is practicing the meditation? I am practicing meditation, or you are practicing meditation. So this I is one of the things to unify, because I'm the one practicing, so I am going to be unified with something else. So already in this process, okay, unifying, we have already the first part. So the first is the I. So now I am practicing yoga to get something. So that something is the second part that is going to be unified. So the question comes here, what do I want? I am a human being. I'm living in this planet, in this period of time, with this body, and I'm doing so many things, so many activities, and I want to get something out of all this that I'm doing. So now I ask you a second question. In your opinion, what do you think human beings really want? In all this action that we do, what is the result that we want? So you have a few possibilities there. Maybe if it doesn't cover what you have in mind. So let's see. You have 5 choices. I am waiting for more people to vote, and let's see. Okay, we are 65%. Few people more? All right. Okay, we are over 70%. If you rush, you can still vote. I'm closing the poll. Let me close it. And let's share the results. So the question was, what do human beings really want? First choice was power, fame, wealth. 0% of you have chosen that answer. And then the next one is happiness, peace. 67% of you have chosen that one. Then the next one, a simple life, a beautiful house, a nice family. 0% of you have chosen that one. Then good health, long life, no worries. 8% of you have chosen that one. And all of the above, 25% of you. Okay, so that's fine. Let's say that, yes, I want something that makes me feel good. I want happiness, I want peace. Basically, everybody wants that. All right, but I have a follow-up question here. If you want happiness, peace, or whatever you have answered in the first question, the second question is, for how long do you want it? Means if you want happiness, for how long? So you have 5 choices. 3 minutes, 1 day, 10 years, most of the time, or always. So that's now you can choose whatever we really want as a human being. For how long do we want that? So I give you a few minutes to choose your answer. Okay, we are over 70%. Okay, so let's see. The score is very tight. Okay, I will close here. Let's share the results. All right, so nobody chose 3 minutes, nobody chose 1 day, nobody chose 10 years. Imagine 10 years of happiness, nobody chose that. 48% of you chose most of the time, and 52% of you chose always. Very tight. Okay, so let's hide this one. Now, let's analyze a little bit this. I think that maybe all of you wanted to answer always, but maybe you thought that's not possible. Because in life, let's say many things happen. Maybe a new baby is born in my family, I'm very happy, but maybe my grandfather passed away, so I'm sad. And these kind of events, they happen all the time. We can't avoid it. But even in the moments of sadness, one can still feel within a sense of peace. Even facing all the problems outside, one can still keep that sense of peace. So one can come to a point that you connect with the peace within, and you can experience it always. This always means something that has no limits, that is infinite. So even if you chose most of the time, it means you want to extend it. You want to extend it as much as possible. And if it's the maximum extension, it means it reaches to the infinite. So in yoga, the idea is that I really want the infinite. And we can see this expression in human life. For example, some people are very rich, but they still want more. So this characteristic of wanting more and more, like if we experience some pleasure, we want to extend that pleasure and extend it more. So it is in us, this desire to want more, to want actually the infinite. But this infinite, we cannot get it outside us, because the world may be very large, but it still has limitations. And I can have the whole world, and maybe I will still not feel really satisfied. So this infinite has to be searched within. So now we have the I, and that I is my individual consciousness. And we have the infinite, which I will call here the cosmic consciousness. So that's a very abstract idea at this point, but let's work with it. So I is like a drop of water, and that infinite, that cosmic consciousness is like an ocean. So the idea of yoga is the unification of that drop with the ocean, of the individual consciousness with the cosmic consciousness. So that is the idea behind the yogic meditation. So having that concept in mind, now we will think about the mantra. I want the infinite, so I have to think about the infinite. As I think, so I become. The mantra will be an instrument to help me think about this very abstract idea of the infinite. So the mantra helps the I to think about the cosmic consciousness or the infinite. So that is the job of the mantra. So now we are going to think about the universal mantra. So the meditation with the universal mantra. What are we going to think when we are meditating? So we have to think about that cosmic consciousness and not about anything that is physical, material. And as I think, so I become. So it means that if I'm thinking about something that is very large, very expanded, so my mind also will open up, will become very large, very expanded. So what to think? Let's say, think that everything is cosmic consciousness. It means I can close my eye and forget that in front of me there is a computer, around me there are walls, there is a room, there are people. I forget all about that when I close my eyes. And I think that everything that is around me is just this cosmic consciousness, which is infinite, which is peaceful, is tranquility. So I think only about that. So that will be the method of meditation. But I will not think of it in English. I will think of it in Sanskrit. It adds a little bit complexity, but the idea will slowly come into the mind, and also it will create a feeling, and as you connect all that together, you start meditating. Translating this idea that everything is cosmic consciousness in Sanskrit comes the sentence Baba Nam Kevalam. Baba is that cosmic consciousness. Nam, it means that it's the only thing around me. And Kevalam means only. So that will be the mantra. And we are now going to do a brief meditation with this mantra. This brief meditation, how it will be done? I will sing the mantra. I have a guitar here. I will sing it. You also can sing it together with me. Then I will stop singing, remain silence, you remain silence, and you continue either singing in your mind or just repeating the sentence, Baba Nam Kevalam, in your mind, in silence. As you repeat it or as you sing it, you make an effort to feel that around you there is this peaceful, infinite space, this consciousness. So that will be our brief meditation. We'll just do it for a few minutes. So I will request that you sit a little bit more straight on your chairs or wherever you are, and you will close your eyes and let's sing this mantra for a few moments. So close your eyes. Forget that around you there are other people or computer or furniture. You are just sitting there in that room. And that room where you are sitting is inside the building. That building is in a town. or in a city, and that's in a country. That country is in this planet. You are just sitting in the planet alone. And it's very peaceful. And you hear the mantra, and you sing the mantra. Bhavanam, Kevalam, 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 Bhavanam, Kevalam. Remain with your eyes closed, meditating with the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. If any other thought comes in your mind, you keep repeating the mantra, singing or just saying it. Focus on the mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam. Bhavanam Kevalam 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 Bhavanam Kevalam. Continue for a few more minutes meditating with eyes closed with the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam. Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam Bhavanam Kevalam. Okay, you can open your eyes. We are here now. And that was our brief meditation practice with the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam. So at this point, I will ask you another question. I would like to know how you feel after this brief meditation. And you have 4 choices. I will wait until I get more than 80% voting here. Maybe some of you are still meditating. Okay, we are around 75%. Okay, we crossed the 80%. All right. So let me close here and let's share the results. All right, so we did a very short meditation And 23% of you feel much more peaceful and relaxed than before. Good. 54% feel more peaceful and relaxed than before. 23% just a little bit more peaceful, and 0% the same as before. So it seems that all of you got a little bit benefit from it. And it was really short, just a few minutes. And maybe you were not in the best position, place for the meditation. So I think it's a very good result. Yes, okay. Now, this same practice with this mantra, you can do at home alone. It means you can just sit somewhere. If you can sit on the floor in a yogic position, it's good. If you cannot, if you can just sit on a chair, that's fine. Close your eyes, repeat the mantra. In any melody that you like, in any way that you like, just repeat the mantra and feel this peace, this consciousness around you, and go on for 5 minutes at least. That's the minimum I ask for during the course. So do it in the morning, first thing in the morning, before you take your breakfast. Maybe you can refresh the body so you are more awake. Then 5 minutes repeating the mantra. And in the evening, when you come back home before dinner, you do another 5 minutes. If you don't find the time that moment, before you sleep, you again repeat the mantra for 5 minutes. So you can do morning and evening or night, depends on your schedule. And at least 5 minutes. If you are already a meditator, which many of you are already meditators, you keep doing your regular meditation. And if you have a personal mantra, you do with your personal mantra. If you don't have, you use this mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam. And it's a very deep and very good mantra. All right, okay, so we already did this one. How do you feel? Okay, so that's the basic practice. I already explained that. That will be the basic practice during the whole course. So we have 7 weeks. 7 weeks, you will be very regular with your meditation twice a day. If you have a practice, you do that practice you already have. If you don't have, this is the one you will do. And before I close today, I want to introduce another subject. It's called Yama and niyama. A little bit more Sanskrit, but I will try to minimize the Sanskrit during the course, but there will be a little bit. This Yama and niyama, what is that? These are practices that help your meditation. There are 2 sets. The Yama, there are 5, and the niyama also 5. The difference between them is that one is more related to the external world, and the other one is more related to the internal world. For example, ahimsa, non-harming. You will not harm any entity with thought, with word, or action. So it's more an external thing. It needs you and another entity. It needs 2 entities so you can practice it. So this is a very important practice. If we think about harming people, our mind gets disturbed. So better not to let our mind get disturbed. Keep it calm. Don't think about it. So that is the non-harming. You can practice it this week. How do you practice it? You need a second person. So it means you go to the supermarket, you have to make the payment. Usually we just give the things, make the payment, and we are not thinking about anything. All yogic practices start in the mind. So here, when you are going to interact with that person, you kind of keep in your mind that whatever you will do, you will not harm that other entity in any way. Okay, so you start from that thought, and then you act, and then you do your action. Okay, so it's a very simple way to practice it. So this week, you meditate in the morning, meditate in the evening or night, so twice a day meditation. You can do at least 5 minutes. You can keep the timer 5 minutes. Or if you do more, do more. This is like the minimum. You can do more. And whenever you meet somebody, you're going to talk to somebody, interact with somebody, or with any other entity, plant, animal, before you do that, you kind of think, now I'm going to act to interact with this other individual, this other entity. I should not do anything to harm this entity. So that is the simple practice you can carry on this week, and we'll see the effect, how it comes. And now I give you, okay, let's go ahead here. Some time for questions. I extended a little bit, usually I give more time for questions. Anyway, you have now the opportunity to ask your questions, type them, and I can answer them. And I have also some people here present. This is a live class. Some people are here present and you are online. So also, online you can type the questions, but those who are present may come to the microphone and ask a question. And you also hear their questions. Okay, so think about your questions. Let's see. I don't see any question here. Okay. What is the best time for meditation? Well, as I mentioned, I suggest to do it the first thing in the morning. Let's say wake up, refresh your body so you get a little bit more your energy flowing. You can take a shower or just use a little bit water to refresh yourself and do the meditation. Don't start doing anything else, because then you are sure that at least you will do meditation once. And then that little meditation that you do early morning will have a tremendous effect. So, and then maybe you went through the day, you did so many things, now you're coming home, you're a bit tired, or after work, accumulated some stress, then do a little bit more meditation. And that will give you a new start for the evening, the time that most people spend with their families. If you can't manage that, at least before sleep. So, but let's say the best time is the first thing in the morning. Okay, and I have here some more questions. When you say the mantra, what do you visualize? The words, the scenery? Okay, let's say for this meditation with the mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam, just say it or sing it or say the mantra and feel that you are surrounded by something infinite that is very calm and peaceful. And if you need to create an image, you can create something that you feel good with, or you can just create an image that you are in this kind of in this ocean. You are within it and you feel all the piece of it and you repeat the mantra. Just to make it quite simple. Okay, so I see more question here. Where are you? Okay, I am in the United States, in the US, in New York State. It's a center that we have here. It's very near the Catskills Mountain. All right. Now, okay, there is another question which is related to the previous one, and I think I answered it. With Bhavanam, Kevalam, is there a visual you recommend specifically? Cosmic consciousness is more conceptual than visual. Exactly. In the beginning, it's very abstract. So I maybe keep that idea that you are within this ocean of peace, you know, something like that. Okay. But if you really need an image, you can create an image of a scenery that you really feel peaceful. Okay. If we are meditating for longer than 5 minutes, like 20 minutes, do we simply focus on the mantra the entire time? Yes. If you are meditating longer, focus longer on the mantra. Okay? And this is the first technique. In the future, one may learn more elaborated techniques, but the basic idea will be that one will focus for a long time on the mantra and on that meaning of the mantra. In this case, that the only thing that exists is this cosmic consciousness. It means you are surrounded by it. Okay, and the longer it means, it's just like you are going to the gym, okay, and you have to lift weights. You can do it for 5 minutes or you can do it for 10 minutes, but you still will be lifting weights. Okay. All right. So I will answer one more question, and we have reached the end of the time here. Let's see. The question is, do we try to coordinate the mantra with the breath? This mantra in particular, you don't need to do that. You can just breathe regularly, normally, not think about it, and just repeat the mantra. But for personal mantras, yes, personal mantras are coordinated with the breathing process, but this is a universal mantra. You don't need to do that. Okay, so I have reached the end of the time allocated for this class. I will keep some of your questions. I will see if I can answer them the next time. Remember, this is there are 7 classes in the course, and it's nice if you can attend them live. If you cannot, you will get the video. Suppose 1 week you cannot attend live, you get the video, then the next week you attend again. The more you get live, the best, but it's not absolutely necessary. You can also watch the videos. And if some question didn't get answered today, and I don't answer next time, you bring it up and I eventually answer it. So thank you very much for participating in this meditation course, and see you next week. And make sure you add our address, webinars@pathofbliss.com, to your address list, so it doesn't, our mails don't go to your spam. Okay, thank you, and have a nice meditation this week. Don't forget to meditate every day. Namaskar. Thank you.